is useless. You got nothing to prove. No one can judge you. Fear is useless. You got nothing to prove. No one can judge you.
Welcome back to my abundant, amazing podcast. Hello, beautiful people. I am Divine Akuwavi Yemaja, and this is D.A.Y podcast. So this is going to be a playlist, like a segment where I talk about, things that are noteworthy, different knowledge, the books that I read and everything. So, today I wanted to come and talk about sideral astrology. I just wanted you all to know that this is going to be a part that I'm going to be starting on the podcast. There are going to be other parts that I want to start, but I just do that as I come along. And so get your notes ready, get your notebooks ready, because this is going to be a note-taking segment. So when I first learned about astrology, I learned, like everybody else, I learned the tropical first. I learned about tropical astrology, not knowing that there was a completely different system that was named sideral astrology. And so the difference between these two systems is that the tropical is a fixed astrological map of the stars as they was around 0 AD, and the sideral is based on the current position of the constellations right now at this moment. So I remember when I was a little girl, I remember seeing so many stars when I would look at the sky. I always would look up at the sky when I was a little girl. It was like, I don't know, I don't know like what I was looking for. It was just something up there. It was like familiar to me. I always was excited. I always was intrigued about the dark sky and what's up there. And I noticed too that it's like another realm up there. I always also wanted me a telescope, to see, go out at night. And nighttime is like my favorite day. It's like my favorite time of the day. So even when I'm looking up at the sky, if you stand still, you can see that the stars, they like move. It'll do like a zigzag. Sometimes it'll do like I don't know. And then sometimes it's kind of like it'll see you looking and it'll move, or like it's just like the most like unexplainable phenomenon that I have ever experienced. So there's not been too many people that I told that to. So with the tropical system, it is 24 degrees variation compared to the actual constellation of it is right now. So in your astrological chart, if you're doing tropical, it's 25 degrees off or 24 degrees off what the constellation is right now. So you'll be off on some of your signs on what some of your signs are. Many other cultures like the Persians and the Mayans and the Egyptians, they all relied on sideral astrology. They also would just look up at the stars. It's like the sky is kind of like a clock where, these Egyptians, they didn't need like telescopes. They didn't have those things back then, and they didn't have watches. So when they told time by looking up at the sky, looking up at the cosmos, looking up at the stars. So they considered it to be the most accurate from your birth to then based on the 4 seasons of Earth, which is what tropical bases their system off the 4 seasons of Earth, when the sideral astrology is based from your time of birth from the beginning. The sun sign, and there was a word, success, and also individuality, that shows, that's like how people see your individual, like how are you as an individual. Now from my investigation and what I have seen is that whatever your sign is in the tropical, like in tropical, my sun sign is a Virgo, but in sideral, my sun sign is a Leo. Now, I also noticed that my moon sign in tropical and sideral did not change, which is a Sagittarius. So I also noticed that in tropical and in sideral, my ascendant changed, but kind of like it didn't change too much. It's like the same thing. My ascendant in tropical is Libra, and my sideral in my ascendant in sideral is Virgo. So I pretty much go by all of it. The Virgo, tropical, the sun in Leo, because I am creative. The Virgo and sun in tropical, I am practical, I am analytical. The moon and Sag, I do have a fucking potty mouth in both, so that's double. So the ascendant in tropical is Libra, yeah, balance, that is moderation, of course, sidereal, Virgo, once again. So I use it all as my alchemical, I'm probably not even saying that right. I use it as my formula, like my alchemic formula that we all have, and I just use it and I put it in my work, whatever I'm doing. I pretty much, even when I'm looking at readings, or when I'm doing a reading, or when I'm looking at anything that pertains to, like, the zodiacs, I look at all of them: the Virgo, the Leo, the Sag, the Libra, because they are all part of me now. Of course, we all have probably a piece of, or a degree of, all of the zodiacs. Some of them we may have less. Like, I can tell that I see that I have, I guess, more fire. And so the Virgo is earth, the Leo is fire, the Sag is fire, the Libra is air. So I have more fire and kind of like earth in my that's probably like why I like fire and looking at candles so much. So that's all I wanted to come and share with you all. It depends on you. It depends on which system that you follow. I personally follow both of them. Like I said, it's pretty much up to you. Pay attention to people, not pay attention, but just look at people that are around you and look at if this person really acts like a Pisces, or do they more go on with the sign that's becomes before Pisces, which is the Aquarius. I noticed too that whenever we see people, like how I'm a Virgo in tropical, I'm the sign behind the Virgo, which is a Leo in sidereal. So I kind of noticed that too. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little segment of Day Podcast. And I hope to see you guys next time. I hope that y'all been taking care of yourselves. And until next time, gods and goddesses, peace.